Hey everyone, it's Will, GamerDad, with another video for you. So, we've all been waiting for this update, or at least most of us have. It is a brand new unit, as well as a refresher for one of the older units in the game. This is going to be update 3.1.700, so it's going to be the same version as what we have in the Play Store, and so it will be an in-game update, no App Store or Play Store required. Now, if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, I really appreciate it. I also do have a Patreon account for those who want to support me this way. Alright, so as you can see from the picture, we have someone brand new on the left, and a familiar face on the right, and of course the first one on the right is Benedict. And so for those who've been playing since day one, you can definitely have relied on a 4-star Benedict to carry you through some of the fights out there as a slash unit. For those who have Philo, you also know that they are related, and so as a result, hopefully this storyline expands a little bit more on their relationship, as we do get a Benedict 5-star in this update. So it's going to be an ensemble, and those who are relatively new to the game may not really know about the ensemble, but ensembles are basically almost like short little episodes, I would say between 1 and 2 hours, depending on how much you want to play, how much you want to farm, where you learn more about some 4-star characters, and they kind of expand a separate storyline, and then you also get to play to upgrade the unit as well. Now, I'm not sure if you're going to have a final fight. Most of them do have a boss of some sort. However, the boss difficulty would be very similar to, I would say, easier than side episode ones, maybe equal to the storyline ones. For example, May had one, Pry had one, so on and so forth. Daisy, I think that episode had one as well. Most of them weren't too difficult. And that being said, yes, ensemble, Benedict is going to return a lost item, and then there will be something new. So this will start in Unigan, and of course, you do have to have at least cleared Chapter 13, which I hope most of you have. I mean, it only takes a couple of days to get to Chapter 13, even if you're brand new starting as of today. So that being said, looking forward to getting a free 5-star unit because everyone has Benedict if you've done any amount of summoning. Not sure if it will require chance or anything like that, but generally the upgrade materials are all within the episode itself. So that should be fun, and hopefully we're able to earn some Chrono Stones along the way. Now, what more people are excited about is someone called, so she's now called Elseal, and so I think the Japanese translation was Elsir, S-I-R. Elseal, not really sure I like that name, but hey, she is cute and all, and she is a male deliverer of some sort. She is also one of our newest zone setters. This is a water zone setter, and she actually specializes in empowering water slash units. For those who have Alter Alulu, you'll know you can add someone like her to your team. For those who already have Alter Hismina, for example, you can add her. And there's going to be a new character coming out shortly, spoiler alert, called ES Felmina. So those who have Felmina will now be able to add another water slash to your team. So those 3 units would form a very powerful team with Elseal, and the fact only remains whether or not you're going to be using a water slash team, or you're going to be using just a water zone team powered by Aisha, RCF, Eva, and Flam. And so, in terms of what I think about the unit, I'll go over that more in my Should You Summon video tomorrow. But she definitely does power up slash units quite a bit, and she has a unique mechanic that actually can, after I think 4 turns, eventually will inflict something called a weak point detection, which will basically give any enemy that doesn't have a weakness to water already a weakness to water. So if the fight lasts more than 4 turns, you're now going to abuse the crap out of it and just beat it down with your all water team, because she specializes in powering an all water team. She's also, as a newer unit, not only preemptively deploys water zone, it'll also awaken zone at the same time, which is nice. So, if those who have used Sesta, who also essentially awaken zone right off the bat, this one actually requires a move, unlike Sesta, who just comes into play and awakens the zone. So, not that she's bad or anything, just telling you that you can say it's a slight drawback, but of course it can be done over and over again. And she has other things that can power boost everyone, weapon damage and so on and so forth. She can cap everyone's boost by 100%. Very powerful support unit. Not much in the way of DPS, however. Alright, so obviously we will have a new dungeon, and I think this will be in the same dungeon that is the Holmes Lost Atelier, for those who have already done other previous ensembles. So you'll be able to grind out some mobs and hopefully some rewards there. And of course, with Elseal, we'll have her 3 times Faithful, the free banner, which we'll see what she's paired with, as well as a new Faithful encounter that will show water and fire. So if you're already not powerful enough with these units, I guess you can already add extra ones that really will help your team. Although I don't really understand, water and fire doesn't include Efi, for example, and Tuva ES. That's really just like, overkill and scam, right? Because Efi is super scam, and this gives you another chance to Faithful that at 10%, I guess, because it's 10 units, if you don't already have Efi. So, WFS is definitely giving us, I'm imagining, different banners than Japan. As they said, we are catching up more and more quickly to Japan, and so they are giving us more and more banners, albeit these are paid banners, in order to catch us up, especially if we are missing some of the more recent units. Lily, AS, for example. Hey, I told you, alter his Mina, Moonlight Flower. So yeah, it gives you some ideas as to what they're trying to do to help you along. There is also another Faithful for the Wind and Earth. And so again, some of the newest units there, Pramaya AS. Of course, I can't summon on that because this is a paid banner. But, you might as well add the powerful units such as Sesta, Ultra Shannon, among others. Yifa AS is there as well. Again, I'll talk about this more in depth during my Should You Summon video tomorrow. Not only do you have a, ensemble, which is a side episode, you'll have some more extra fights for the Astral Archive. So remember the last time we got the Astral Archive, essentially was no challenge at all. I imagine this was going to be a little bit more powerful. So I'll try to do these fights as quickly as often as I can. Not sure how much time I'm going to have, because if you are like me, and I actually play with my oldest son, aka Jeff Morrison, there is some sort of Pokemon Go event. And I know that's really lame to say. Pokemon Go is like, kind of, not the coolest, I guess. But there are events happening this weekend where we'll be doing some raids, playing outside and so on and so forth, actually touching grass. And so who knows how much time I'm going to have to do the Astral Archive and the other updates. But that being said, I'll try my best to get all these out as quickly and as often as I can, unless of course you can beat them ahead of time, in which case you'll let me know that you're very skilled at fighting this game as well. Now that being said, hey, we get extra 500 Chronostones, so make sure no matter what happens, try to clear any one of these. And again, I don't know how hard these are, but I'm sure myself as well as many other YouTubers will put out some cool ways of clearing it. I'll try to use some fun teams or awesome teams or both to kill them. If their difficulty level is of the boss rush, I'm going to be pretty excited. If the difficulty is of the warped variety, I'm not going to be excited at all. Okay, so same thing, very hard, so on and so forth. Hey, more replay for the Wanderer in the Binding Night, which is the most recent episode featuring Sesta. And, okay, some more catch-up and blah, 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 blah. Again, hey, one thing to say, if you haven't filled out the user survey, make sure you do click that entry form, which is in the blue link in the notice. Give them their thoughts, give them any suggestions. They have a pretty comprehensive number of questions to ask you to kind of try to improve the game. And so if you have anything you want to say, like for example, difficulty's too hard, too easy, not enough chronostones, or just other things in general, maybe even making older units powerful again, and so on and so forth, then let them know. I've already filled out mine because I do want the free Destiny token that's featured as a reward. Alright, so let me know in the comments below what you're planning to do. Are you going to do the archive? Are you going to do the side episode? Are you going to summon on Elseal? As for myself, I will, as I said, going to work on the Astral Archive first, because that looks fun. Do Benedict's 5-star quest after that. And of course, possibly try for Elseal. Not sure how much I'm planning to spend on her because let's be honest, if you watch or follow the subreddit or the Japan live stream from the Another Eden official channel, there is a new main story release and there's new units associated with that. So if you're planning to save for that, you may not have enough time to save, being that we are on an accelerated schedule. So something to keep in mind as well in your budgeting for this banner. Of course, if you're a paid player, you can just use paid stones and you'll probably be able to catch up regardless. Alright, so anyways, I will see you tomorrow at the usual time. Again, this is an in-game update, so I won't have the information or the play through earlier on, so that's unfortunate. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.